This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Well, good evening and welcome. Hold on a second. To the Cherry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome tonight. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school basketball with an Evergreen Conference girls matchup between the Shelton Highclimbers and the WF West Bearcats. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast, as usual, Jerry Apple.
How you doing, Diedrich?
Doing well, Jerry. How about yourself?
You know, I've had a good day, and I hope it continues tonight. I'm sure it will.
Daryl White is also in the building tonight. He'll be helping us out with some stats.
Thank you, Daryl.
Yeah, he's just right down there. Can't see him, just below us. Got a very crowded broadcast area tonight.
Yeah.
Shelton is 12-2 on the season, 3-0 in the Evergreen Conference. The Highclimbers are coming off Tuesday's 75-52 win over Centralia, a game in which Cedar Wiley suffered a serious injury. Also, Olivia Swanson went down about a minute after Cedar went down. So those two are out tonight. We haven't seen Cedar. Olivia's here. Cedar's is a little bit worse, but we don't have any prognosis. We'll talk to the coach.
And we don't
about
have any timelines.
Yeah, we just know this happened. And it was pretty scary to watch, to be perfectly honest. And I know Shauna Wheeland was right there with the camera. She showed me a picture. Oh, it was not pretty at all. And Shauna was very upset. And I don't blame her. Right in front of you, it's not something that you can control. But anyways, WF West has a 10-4 overall record. Also 3-0 in the EVCO. Bearcats are coming off Wednesday's 71-16 thumping of Eatonville. And Chehalis has won their last 5 games. Keep that in mind. Looking at similar opponents so far this season, both teams beat Black Hills and Aberdeen. WF West beat the Wolves 75-27 and the Bobcats 86-28. Shelton held off Black Hills at 59-53 and knocked off Aberdeen 66-38. Currently, the teams are tied for the top spot in the Evergreen Conference, and the Highclimbers have not beaten the Bearcats in the 10 meetings between the teams since 2021. Just keep that in mind. It's been a big O for the Highclimbers against the Bearcats. Coming up, we talk with Shelton coach Chris Swanson. Jerry will have the starting lineups and, of course, the tip-off. It's Evergreen Conference girls basketball, the WF West Bearcats at the Shelton Highclimbers on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Share HCC love and save. For a limited time, when you refer a friend to Hood Canal Communications, you both get a $50 account credit, and your friend gets free installation. That's right, $50 for you, $50 for them, plus waived install fees. New customer activation required, and some restrictions may apply. Share the love, share the savings, share HCC. Don't wait. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481 today.
Hi, I'm Amy from Cooper Studios in Shelton. I've seen firsthand how our schools shape the next generation, kids learning real skills, growing in confidence, and giving back to the community. The levy isn't a new tax. It keeps programs going that the state doesn't cover, like safety, athletics, and hands-on learning. Strong schools mean a strong community.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026. paid for by the citizens for Shelton Schools.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen, Cherry Apple. Daryl White in the house tonight, which is really exciting. I love to see Daryl. Such excellent knowledge, but he's down in the crowd. Let's see here. It's time to talk with the coach. Coach Swanson, you got the win, but you suffered a couple of losses in personnel, injury bugs starting to get to your team here. Where do I want to start? I guess I want to start with Cedar Wiley.
Yeah, it's one of those bittersweet nights in basketball, and you have a lot of good things going on, and then unfortunately something like that happens. Cedar is out right now until further notice. We don't really know what the timeline looks like for her return quite yet, and so hopefully we hear better news than anticipated. But yeah, right now she's out for the foreseeable future.
And then shortly after that, Olivia suffered a similar injury, and she hobbled to the sideline. What's her prognosis?
Yeah, we're not really sure when she's coming back, but it looks like she'll be back a little bit sooner. She's was on crutches for a couple days. I think she's progressed to not using crutches, partly because she doesn't like them, partly because I think she's ready. But yeah, she'll probably be back within the next couple weeks.
So what does that do to your game planning? And you got two of your key players out.
Yeah, I mean, you got two people that control the inside and the outside of our game when it comes to offense and defense, and so it's a huge impact. We're going to have to adjust several areas. Girls are going to have to step up and be a little bit different in their roles. And, some of the girls that have been playing in roles like a Rosa, or a Sunny that have been playing absolutely great are just going to get more minutes, and we just need them to continue to do well what they've been doing.
I want to step back here. Tell me your impressions of that Centralia game.
I thought we were showing the distinct advantage that we have of size in this league, and I think that's something that we'll continue to show throughout the remainder of our league games. Obviously losing Cedar is a big hit, but we still have size and we still have the ability to work the ball inside and against teams, and so we're going to play what we play.
So you got WF West tonight, not having the success that they had in the past. What do you think about tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty successful. I think there's a lot of teams that would love to be where they're at, and the program standard for them is so high that you might look at a year like this as maybe a little bit of a step back. But you graduate a D1 player that's dominating girls at that level now, and that's probably going to happen. I think that they play a little bit of a different brand of basketball. They're quick, they're athletic, they get after it on defense, and get a lot of transition points, and so it could get a little bit ugly quick if you get careless with the ball.
Well, that's all I needed tonight. I'll let you go. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Have a great night.
And that is Shelton coach Chris Swanson. I could say I was tongue-in-cheek when I asked talking about WF West, but I was confusing the girls' team with the boys' team because boys, although they beat Shelton last night, are 4-7 or something like that. And it wasn't as the past is they've been rolling over everybody. But anyways.
I think the key is WF West has played very well the last 5 or 6 games. So, that's something we got to be careful on. They're gaining confidence. I could tell that when I was over there interviewing some of the girls for WF West, talking to them. You could just, talking to them and seeing how much confidence they did have.
Right. And we do want to point out that Dylan Beck, 3 games ago, exceeded the 1,000 point threshold for her career. So I think it was 3 games, two or 3 games ago. She was honored, so yeah. So there's a scorer for you. And Dylan is a junior, so that's pretty good. Either way, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups. Jerry has those things all ready for us. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. PUD3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple with you tonight. Oh yes, and Daryl White also in the house, along with the band and the video club and a lot of other people. Anyway, it's time to give everybody the starters. Jerry, you ready for that?
I'm ready. Thank you, Diedrich. And now the starters for the visiting WF West Bearcats under Coach Kyle Karnofsky. At one guard, a 5'6" senior, number 1, Hadley Hoffman. At the other guard, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Dylan Beck. At one forward, a 6-foot junior, number 11, Joy Cushman. At the other forward, a 5'9" junior, number 15, Caitlin Klopek. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bearcats, at center, a 6-foot senior, number 21, Caroline Buzzard. That's your starters for the Bearcats. And now the home team, the Shelton Highclimbers under Coach Chris Swanson. At one guard, a 5'3" sophomore, number 12, Ashley Borden. At one forward, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Ashley Hermanhildo. At the other guard, a 5'6" senior, number 22, Sunny Cordova. At one forward, a 5'8" sophomore, number 23, Janelle Christ. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers tonight at center, a 5'8" junior, number 32, Rosa Hernandez.
All right, thank you, Jerry. We will take a quick timeout and be back with the tip-off between the Shelton Highclimbers and the WF West Bearcats. Just a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I'm Garrett Baldwin. I coach football here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. When you see that pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and Hood Canal Communications are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks:
Share HCC love and save. For a limited time, when you refer a friend to Hood Canal Communications, you both get a $50 account credit, and your friend gets free installation. That's right, $50 for you, $50 for them, plus waived install fees. New customer activation required and some restrictions may apply. Share the love, share the savings, share HCC. Don't wait. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481 today.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
I'm Aubrey Cardoza, a volleyball coach here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and a part of a team. When you see the pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
And we're waiting for the tip-off between the Bearcats and the Highclimbers. I'm Diedrich Allen. That guy over there is Jerry Apple. Darryl White sitting down in the stands for us. And, of course, you sitting there watching your computer, your device, whatever you're watching on. We appreciate you. And we're about ready to get this thing tipped off. Starting lineups being announced here in the building. We'll remind those to you. Hadley Hoffman, Dylan Peck. Those are the ladies in black tonight. Let's see here, Joy Cushman. I'm just double checking that what you told me and what you announced are different. Number 15, Caitlin Klopek. And you were right, Jerry. I had it wrong. Carolyn Buzzard getting the starting nod tonight for the. I had the graphic wrong, Jerry. You told me something different, but that's all right. It's all right. We're good. We're good is my bad. Now for the Highclimbers, different starting lineup. You've got Ashley Borden, Ashley Herman-Hildo, Sunny Cordova, Janelle Price, and Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. We just like to call her Rosa, just so that we get everybody connected. Go ahead, Jerry.
Well, we got a good crowd. That's nice. We've got definitely the bands here. We always, that makes a Friday night basketball game when the band's here. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting game. And I know that our girls are going to step up tonight.
Yeah, you know what? Something that, they lost their second game on Monday to Rainier, the Lady Climbers did. They came out against Centralia and they played angry. That's what I was told. They played mad. They were very upset that they lost that game. Yep. And they came out and they took it to Centralia. And then, of course, she had the bad things happen when you lose a couple of key players to injury in the third quarter. And, yeah. But they did win, and this is for the top spot in the Evergreen Conference at this point, as we are approaching the midway point of the league schedule, I should say. And both teams are 3-0 in the Evergreen Conference. And we know that the Climber ladies will be wearing the white uniforms, red letters and numbers and stripes. And it looks like the Bearcats are in the black with gray letters and numbers. Stripes as well.
So you mentioned that we're at the halfway point.
Approaching the halfway point of the conference schedule. Approaching. We're close.
Okay.
You know, the next stretch of games for both teams here will decide, pretty much solidify where they are. We'll find out. Janelle Kreis and Joy Cushman will tip it up, and the Bearcats win the tip. Here's Beck with the ball. Swinging over near side. Sorry about that. Up top now. Cushman will swing into the corner, and here's Hoffman. Hoffman back out, and Cushman over to the far elbow. And it's Klopek down low through the hands of Hoffman. And that'll be Highclimber ball. Not a very great start there for the Bearcats. On the first possession, they turn it over. Here is Janelle Kreis. to Sunny Cordova. Back to Janelle. In backcourt still, a little full court press. Janelle kind of pushes off the defender. And she'll stop, throw it down to Rosa. Overhead, tapped to Cordova. Sunny will kick it out to Janelle for three. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Buzzard. And here come the running Bearcats, but Janelle Kreis into that run as she picked off the pass. And she set the offense for the Highclimbers. Here's Herman Hildo. Ashley down to Cordova, back to Herman Hildo for three. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Klopek. Again, running the court are the Bearcats, and up and in. Joy Cushman scores the first basket of the game, 2-0. Here's Sunny Cordova with the ball. One dribble, cross court. It goes to Ashley Borden. Now to Janelle Kreis, and back to Sunny. Cordova cross court, bad pass. And here's Klopek with the ball. 3-on-2 and laying it up and in. It's going to be Joy Cushman. 4-0 at WF West early. Here's Cordova with the ball in backcourt. Back to Janelle Kreis. Janelle waves everybody off, steps across midcourt. Hook it over to Borden, back to Janelle to the foul line elbow. Jumper rolls in for Janelle, and it's 4-2. Klopek pushes it, gets it back. Near side now, here is Cushman for three. No, rebound goes to Borden. Ashley bring it up this time. Get it over to Janelle Kreis. Janelle to the three-point arc near side. Drives the foul line down the lane, hooks a pass to Rosa, and she'll put it up and in.
Beautiful pass by Janelle Kreis.
4-4 is our score. Here's Klopek up top. Swing it over near side. Down it goes to Buzzard. Buzzard out it goes to Beck. Beck drives the foul line, hook it to Buzzard on the baseline. Jumper goes off. The back of the iron, rebound. Nice rebound by Beck. Out it goes to Cushman. Missed the shot and the rebound by Buzzard. Here comes Beck again. Pull-ups inside the paint. Nailed it.
And her first 2 points of the game.
6-4 is her score. Here's Janelle Kreis in backcourt for the Highclimbers. Lob it across the board and knocked away and hit the referee out of bounds. You know, guys, should get here a lot earlier. We're in the middle of a game. Here is Borden bouncing it in, stolen away by the Bearcats. And here comes Klopek. Klopek to the bucket. Off the glass and in. Caitlin with her first basket, and it's an 8-4 lead for WF West. Kreis's pass to Borden is knocked out of bounds by Klopek. It'll be Highclimber ball still in the back court. And Bianca Simmons will step on for the Highclimbers, and Ashley Herman Hilda will sit down. Here's Janelle Kreis. Shadowed by a double team right there. Now she'll get by the double team. Try to get it to the center of the court. Over to Simmons. Back to Janelle. Janelle one-on-one. Up and in. 4 points for Janelle Kreis, and it's a 2-point WF West lead. Here is the Bearcats coming right back, and Beck jumper is off. And a foul under the bucket. Or no, actually it's not a foul. It's just knocked out of bounds. And Janelle Kreis in back court. Trying to get by Dylan Beck. Here's Sunny Cordova, one dribble back to Janelle. Gets it up to Borden. Borden just shy of midcourt, and Coach Swanson has to call timeout. 4:15 to go, first quarter. WF West 8, Shelton 6. I'll get my hot read here. Sorry, folks, I'm disorganized at the moment. Tonight's game is a small sample of what school levies support. Keep paying it forward by voting yes for kids. Vote yes on February 10th. So activities like this can continue, paid for by the citizens for Shelton schools. And yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
It's so important. This levy, it's for kids and it's for clubs and it's for sports, activities. That is so essential to get involved in activities for the kids.
Cordova tried to get it back, nearly stolen away by Cushman. And here's Borden. Bounce it up to Rosa. Rosa gathers it, finds Simmons. Simmons back to foul line, and is stolen away by Cushman. And here comes Klopek. Top of the key to the foul line, jumps into the middle of the paint, puts it up, missed it, rebound slapped out of bounds by WF West. It'll be Highclimber ball, excuse me. Mallory Gaskill will step onto the court for WF West. And here's Borden back with the ball at the sideline, splits the double team and stripped out of her hands, goes to Klopek. Actually, this is Beck. Beck down it goes to Cushman, can't get it to fall, and Borden hits the deck, draws a foul. Athletic director's job is never done. Chris Chamberlain got that ball for the referee. Here's Janelle Christ with the ball in backcourt for the Highclimbers. 2-point lead for WF West. Christ again with the ball, throws it out of the reach of Simmons, out of bounds. Another turnover on the Highclimbers.
Yeah, that's 5 turnovers on the Highclimbers and 4 turnovers for WF West.
3:31 to go first quarter. WF West 8, Shelton 6. Bearcats have the ball. Here is Gaskill up top to Beck, over to the near side to Cushman, back up top, Gaskill. And 3's Cushman, and here is a 3 on the way by Klopek, and it goes in. Caitlin Klopek with 5 points, and then that's the lead for WF West. Here's Bianca Simmons. Nice pass down low, but it's stolen away by Klopek. Klopek up the court it goes to the hoop, and dropping in is going to be Joy Cushman with 6 points. It's a 13-6 lead. Sorry, folks, I'm a little bit behind on my camera work. Here's Christ with the ball, splitting a double team. Lost the handle, got the ball back out to Cordova. Down it goes to Rosa. Rosa had her shot blocked by Doris Cushman, and Janelle Christ gets the ball, lays it up, and then draws the foul.
And Janelle is 3 for 3 from the field.
Her first trip to the free throw line. And Chelsea Herman will step onto the court for the Highclimbers, as does Ashley Herman-Hildo, sitting down as Borden and Cordova. So Janelle Christ at the free throw line for a possible 3-point play. 2:35 to go first quarter. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Klopek. Caitlin will swing it over to Gaskill. Back to Klopek, draws a double team extra pass to Cushman. That's Doris up top. It goes to Joy. Into the corner. Klopek for 3. Count it. She has 8 points.
Yeah, that's her second 3.
And the inbounds is thrown over the head of, or out of the reach of Janelle Christ. Eight-point lead for the Bearcats as Izzy Teeter steps on for WF West. And let's see here. Yeah, I think that was the only substitution. Is Highclimber ball, because it was tipped by the Bearcats. And here's Herman-Hildo with the ball. Ashley with it. Spreads the defense, finds Janelle Christ. Janelle drives right down the paint, missed the shot. Rosa with the rebound, put back, no. Rebound again by Rosa, but they say she fouled to get position. The first team foul on the Highclimbers. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. 16-8. Here's Dylan Beck. Swing it over, and it's Klopek. Back to Beck, near side. And a steal there by Herman-Hildo. Gets the ball back, goes to three-point arc, sets the offense. Bounce it over to Herman. Now to Christ. Janelle with some dribbles between the leg, pull up at the elbow, missed the shot, rebound pulled down by Doris Cushman. She'll get it to Klopek, and Caitlin drives and kicks to Beck. Beck fakes the 3, drives side of the paint, kick it back out. Here's Caitlin Klopek for another 3. Yeah, oh my goodness. Can you stop her, guys?
3 in a row, 3 for 3 from three-point land.
11-point lead for WF West, 19-8. Minute 5 to go here, first quarter. Here comes Janelle Christ to the three-point arc on the far side. She's going to drive baseline, cut off by a couple of Bearcats. Lost the handle, rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. see what there's a substitution. Inbounds taken away by Klopek. Caitlin on the run the other way. Nice ball moving. Gaskill up and in. It's her first points, and it's 21-8. 45 seconds remains in the first quarter. Here's Simmons with the ball. Up the near sidelines. Stops, and she's going to be fouled. The fourth team foul on WF West.
Who was that last basket for?
25, Jerry.
Thank you. Yep, I got it.
Stepping into the ball game is Maddie McMahon, for the Bearcats. Ashley Borden returns for the Highclimbers. Sunny Cordova back on the court as well. She has the ball on the far sideline. Lob it back to Christ. Christ, the foul line, going to scoop a pass over to Rosa off her hands out of bounds. 27.7 seconds remain, and it's a 21-8 lead. WF West with the lead and the ball. Here's Caitlin Klopek with the ball. Over goes to Teeter. Up top now. And here's Gaskill. Back it goes to Teeter. And here's Gaskill. Quick pass to Teeter. She up fakes in the paint. Lost the handle. Janelle Christ comes up with it. Safety and bounds by Borden. Rolls out of bounds. Excuse me. It'll be Bearcat ball. 4.7 seconds remain in the quarter. Sideline inbounds. McManus will get it in to Klopek. One hands it in the far corner. Here's Gaskill with a three at the buzzer, and it doesn't fall in. But WF West up 21-8 after one. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. WF West 21, Shelton 8. The Highclimbers will start the quarter with the ball. They come out with, who did I say number 3 was, Jerry?
Number 3 is Addie Guth.
Guth, okay. Addie Guth is out there with Herman Hildo, Borden, Cordova, and Christ. Christ with the ball. She'll take a 3 at the elbow. She'll rim that one off. Cordova rips the ball away. She'll go one dribble back to the bucket, up and in. Sunny with her first points. And it is an 11-point WF West lead. Here's Joy Cushman up top to Klopek, kick it to the corner. And Maddie Bain in the ball game for the first time. She had the ball for a moment. Here is Beck driving, short on the shot, goes out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball. $13 points was the largest lead of the WF West here in the ball game. And the Highclimbers are now down 11. Here's Sunny Cordova in the front court. To Ashley Borden. High post feeds it. Janelle Christ draws a crowd, drives to the hoop, lays it up and in.
Beautiful move.
Janelle with 8 points. And here comes Klopek. Caitlin, top of the key. Over goes to Beck. Now up to the top, and it's Teeter. Into the paint, and Klopek drives, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Christ. Christ pushes the pace, launches it up the court on the sideline to Cordova. Can't get to it out of bounds. 6:51 to go in the first half. WF West 21, Shelton 12. The Bearcats have the ball off the turnover from Shelton. And here comes Caitlin Klopek. Swing it over to Dylan Beck. Cross court it goes. And a 3 on the way by Cushman. That's off rebound. Guth had it. Ball still free, rolls into the hands. And here goes Beck. Beck drives baseline, double, pumps, puts it up, missed the shot. Janelle Christ with the rebound. 6.5 minutes to go here. 21-12 is our score. Here's Janelle Kreis with the dribbles on the far side. Finds Borden. Quick pass down to Guth. Guth, one dribble, turn around, missed it. Rebound pulled down by Bain for WF West. Here's Beck on the down low. Nice pass up and in by Izzy Teeter. Makes it 23-12. 6:05 to go in the half. Here's Herman Hildo. Ashley. Bounce it to the other Ashley. Borden stops beyond the three-point arc. Gets it back to Herman Hildo. And this Ashley will skip out and try to get a pass back to the other Ashley. Stolen away by Beck. Back to Cushman. Missed the shot. Beck gets the rebound and put back. 4 points for Dylan Beck. 5:40 to go in the half. 25-12 now. Here's Janelle Kreis on the far sidelines. Cross court it goes to Herman Hildo. Over to Borden. Borden will take a three from the top off the glass and in. Ashley Borden with her first points of the night, and it's a 10-point Bearcat lead. Klopek over to Beck. Back to the top, and that's Teeter. Near side, Joy Cushman. Into the corner to Klopek. Cross court it goes to Bain. Up top, and Beck for three. No, rebound tracked down on the run by Joy Cushman. Out it goes to Klopek, missed the three attempt. Beck with the rebound. Actually, no, that was Teeter. Finds Bain now to Cushman. Cushman from the elbow for three. That's off. Rebound. Jumping in there is Teeter. Teeter loses the handle. Guth goes for it, gets the ball. And here comes Janelle Kreis in a timeout by the Highclimbers. 4:46 to go in the half. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
Well, we're back here in the mini dome. 25-15 is their score. WF West on top by 10. They've led by as many as 13 in the ball game. The Highclimbers had the ball coming out of the timeout. 29 on the shot clock. Both the Ashleys out there. Rosa, Janelle, and Bianca. That's the lineup for the Highclimbers. Here is Herman Hildo. Back to Borden. Over to Simmons. Back to Borden. And a near steal, Janelle Kreis. Jump pass down to Rosa. Rosa's foul going to hoop. 2 points for Rosa.
Boy, I tell you, Janelle does a great job of passing inside.
And the foul went on Hoffman. Is that even right? First free throw by Rosa is off. That's Hadley's first. Rosa's second free throw off the back of the iron. Rebound in a crowd is Janelle Kreis. She lost the handle. Out it goes, and a jump ball called. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. 4:28 to go in the half now. 25-15 is the score. Here is Maddie McManus. To Beck, cross court to Cushman, back to McManus, over to Beck. Beck for three. Yep. Give her 7 points. 4:10 to go in the first half. 28-15. Janelle Kreis with the ball for the Highclimbers. And a timeout by the official. Okay, we are going to keep it right here as we figure out what's going on. I think somebody might have a little bit of blood on their arm, and that was Janelle Kreis. 28-15. where they're tending to Janelle on the sidelines, and I'm thinking that somebody had to take a timeout right here, Jerry. So we'll keep it here at the moment. We're going to clean up some blood on the court there as well. In this basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. We have $145 ready for Saints Pantry in Shelton after our most recent games. We have donated $125 to Saints Pantry earlier and $167 to North Mason Food Bank. And these funds that we raised tonight will go, again, to Saints Pantry. So
what a great project.
So we're working on about nearly $400, Jerry, that we have donated or will be donating here.
Wow.
To the food banks.
And we encourage everybody to
match or beat or just donate.
Yeah, just help.
If you have some extra food there, you can donate that as well. We're still cleaning up some blood on the court as we have a delay here, 4:03 to go here in the half. Cable Lacey working all over the court here, trying to clean it up. I did see that they sent Janelle Christ to the locker room to try and stop whatever blood she might have flowing out of her arm.
Well, I noticed the last time that she was bringing the ball down, she was rubbing her arm.
Okay. And we are waiting to resume play here, and we got the video club up here. They're trying to put together their broadcast, and they haven't even gotten close here. And they're scrambling around. I would take a break, but I don't know how long this break is, as they're cleaning up more blood on the court. I think that'll do it. And Janelle Price has not come out of the locker room, so the Highclimbers are going to have to bring somebody in if Janelle doesn't come out. Here she comes. You know, just kind of reminds me, I was as a kid, I was in a basketball camp during the summer, and I forgot to trim my nails. Playing a little defense, and the guy goes, and you just scratched me, dude. Like, oh, really? Didn't realize my fingernails were that long, and it gets.
And they definitely check for things like jewelry, and making sure all that type of items are not on the players.
And we're still finding spots out there. Everybody's pointing at the floor in different spots. It's not just, what am I looking for sanitary reasons. It's also that little blood will be slippery on that shoe, so you don't want to lose your footing as well. But it does give the band a little chance to play a little bit more tonight. I'd like to see the band here. That's another thing that's supported by your levy dollars, so keep that in mind. When you go to the, well, I can't say go to the ballot box. When you get your ballot, which should be coming out here shortly, the next week or so, and you can just mark that yes.
Yeah, please vote. What a privilege.
Right. Not everybody has that privilege in the world, and
we do.
And we do. So as we're still mopping up some
so
stuff.
I'm assuming Janelle has to sit out for a minute or whatever. I don't know the protocol on that.
Well, yeah, Janelle's at the end of the bench, and there are 5 players out there, so guess it's Bianca Simmons will step onto the court for the Highclimbers to replace Janelle Christ. It's her nose is bleeding. I can see her over there at the trainer's table with some cotton in that nose. So it's both the Ashleys, Sunny Cordova, Bianca Simmons, and Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. It's Highclimber ball. Inbounds goes to Rosa out beyond the three-point arc on the far side. Rosa with her back to the basket. Now she turns and faces it down to Simmons. It's knocked out of bounds, saved, and then knocked out of bounds by McManus.
Nice hustle.
Yeah, Bearcat lineup is Buzzard, McManus. Let's see here. Beck, Gaskill, and I'm missing somebody. It's going to be Hoffman. Highclimbers have the ball. Here's Herman Hildo back to Ashley. There's 3 on the shot clock for the Highclimbers. And that'll be a Highclimber turnover as the shot clock ran out. 3:40 to go here in the half. 28-15 is the score. WF West with the lead and the ball. Here comes Gaskill. Over it goes to Hoffman. Back to Gaskill. Down to the corner, and Beck. Beck drives outside, kick it across corner. And here goes McManus. Maddie McManus with her first points. And it's a 15-point Bearcat lead, 30-15.
Biggest lead of the game.
Yep. Here is Ashley Borden with the dribbles. To Ashley Herman-Hildo. Over to Sunny Cordova. She's going to drive baseline. Cut off by Hoffman. Lost the ball. Got it back. She'll bang into bodies. Take steps, no whistle. Missed the shot. Rebound goes down to Buzzard. Buzzard up to Beck. Beck is going to bounce it down there to McManus. She'll put it up and in. 4 points from Maddie, and it's a 32-15 game. And Ashley Borden having some trouble in backcourt. Gets a screen from Herman-Hildo. Gets across midcourt with Beck on her hip. She keeps her dribble, stops, turns, throws it into the corner. And that's Cordova down to Rosa. Rosa had the ball knocked away. And here comes Hoffman. Up to McManus, to the hoop, and in. Maddie McManus now has 6 points, and it's a 34-15 lead now for WF West. 2:20 to go in the half. There's a pass over the head of Bianca Simmons, and it'll be another turnover on the Highclimbers. Here comes Gaskill. Over the far side, McManus back to Gaskill. Gaskill drives down the side of the paint, leaves it in the middle there for Buzzard. Her pass out is knocked out of bounds with the quick hands of Ashley Herman-Hildo. Janelle Kreis is headed back to the locker room. Can't get that nose to stop bleeding, it looks like. Inbounds from the baseline goes to Beck. Beck to the foul line, stops, pops, missed it. Rebound, Buzzard has it tied up by Simmons. And that'll be Highclimber ball. Here comes Dries Cushman, replacing Carolyn Buzzard for WF West. Highclimber lineup remains the same, with Herman-Hildo getting it into Sunny Cordova. Sunny stops, looks for somebody to pass it to, finds Herman-Hildo. Ashley up the sidelines to Rosa. Rosa turns and tries to drive, gets mugged but no whistle, knocked out of bounds by Beck, I believe. No, it's Hoffman. And here comes Klopek, and here comes Joy Cushman for WF West. It is Highclimber ball, 1:52 to go here in the first half. 34-15 is our score. Baseline inbounds. Borden will trigger it from the right of the bucket, and she'll throw it into the hands of Joy Cushman. Here comes Klopek. Caitlin with the dribble. Hands it off. McManus up top to Gaskill. Over it goes to Joy Cushman. She'll drive in with a little runner that goes in. Joy Cushman with 8 points, and it's a 36-15 lead. A minute and a half to go in the half. Here's Borden. Borden on her knees, and a timeout call by Coach Swanson. Will step aside. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
And we're back here in the mini dome. WF West starting to run away with this 36-15. Janelle Kreis has come out of the locker room with a new jersey on. She's going to be wearing her sister's number, 45. So if I accidentally call her Cedar Wiley, I apologize in advance, Jerry. But she'll stay on the bench for the moment.
Well, Kelsey, I'm glad she's back and they stopped the bleeding.
Kelsey Herman checked into the ball game and then a timeout. She got the ball on the inbounds from Ashley Herman-Hildo. Ashley gets it back, gets a screen, and gives it over to Bianca Simmons, back to Herman-Hildo. Ashley turns around, bounces it down to Rosa. Rosa can't handle the pass, out of bounds. Got to give a better pass down to Rosa. She needs a chance to do something with the ball.
Yeah, when you throw it that low, it is hard.
Right. Approaching a minute to go here in the half. Over it goes to Cushman. This is Joy up top to Gaskill. Over to McManus, down to the baseline. Klopek up top to Gaskill. Drives in, extra pass, laying it off the glass, and in is going to be Doris Cushman with her first basket, and it's 38-15. 45 seconds to go here in the half. WF West on top. Shelton with the ball. Long pass up to Rosa. Rosa has to try to get it, saves it in bounds, but hit the sidelines. It'll be Bearcats ball. Here comes Izzy Teeter back in the ball game for WF West. And here comes Gaskill. Swing it over to Cushman. Joy with it. Back to Gaskill. Over to Teeter to Klopek. Klopek one-hands it across to Joy Cushman for a three. In and out. Rebound to Greg. Right there to get it was Gaskill. Actually, no, that was Teeter. Teeter loses it out of bounds. Borden will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers. So Ashley for Ashley's Herman-Hildo will sit down. So Ashley Borden, Chelsea Herman, Sunny Cordova, Bianca Simmons, and Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. Baseline inbounds in the backcourt, gets it into Sunny Cordova. Up the sidelines, poked out of bounds by Klopek. 18.7 seconds remaining now. Sideline inbounds. Ashley Borden with the ball. Looks in the front court, now looks in the back court and gets it into Herman. Kelsey will hook pass to Cordova. Cross midcourt to Borden. Borden to the three-point arc side of the paint. She'll take a shot. Rims off, rebound goes to Klopek. Rosa stole it away, goes to Simmons. Simmons in and out on her shot. And now Klopek rips down the rebound, and that'll do the half. So through one half, WF West 38, Shelton 15. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Share HCC love and save. For a limited time, when you refer a friend to Hood Canal Communications, you both get a $50 account credit, and your friend gets free installation. That's right, $50 for you, $50 for them, plus waived install fees. New customer activation required, and some restrictions may apply. Share the love, share the savings, share HCC. Don't wait. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481 today.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseuwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Hi, I'm Bruce Kipper, the principal at Shelton High School. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. I also know how important safe, supportive schools are for our kids and our families. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include the Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, it's halftime here in the Mini Dome. WF West 38, Shelton 15. The Bearcats being led by Caitlin Klopek, 11 points. Let's see here. Dylan Beck has 7, 8 for Joy Cushman, 6 for Maddie McManus. A basket for Izzy Teeter. A basket for Drees Cushman. And a basket for Mallory Gaskill. Did I mention that Joy Cushman has 8 points? Well, if I did, I'll do it again. For the Highclimbers, their leading scorer is Janelle Price. She has 8. 3 for Ashley Borden. Sunny Cordova has 2. And Rosa Leclerc Hernandez has 2 as well. That's our halftime score, 38-15. We will take a timeout. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
Share HCC love and save. For a limited time, when you refer a friend to Hood Canal Communications, you both get a $50 account credit, and your friend gets free installation. That's right, $50 for you, $50 for them, plus waived install fees. New customer activation required, and some restrictions may apply. Share the love, share the savings, share HCC. Don't wait. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481 today.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
Well, we're back in the Mini Dome, very raucous Mini Dome at the moment. WF West 38, Shelton 15. Some more statistics, Jerry Apple.
Thank you, Diedrich. Let's start with the WF West Bearcats. They had 7 turnovers. They were 17 for 32 from the field for 53%. They did not go to the foul line. They had 13 rebounds, 14 assists, 7 steals. The leading rebounders for the Bearcats were Beck and Gaskell with 4 each. Beck had 4 assists, and Caitlin Klopek had 5 steals. So now for the Highclimbers, they had 17 turnovers. They were 7 for 17 from the field for 41%. They were 0 for 3 from the foul line. They had 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. The leading rebounder for the Shelton girls was Janelle Price with 3. There was 3 girls for the Highclimbers that had an assist each, Borden, Hermanhildo, and Kreis. And Kreis and Hermanhildo each had 1 steal. So if you look at the statistics, it's the turnovers 17 to 7, and the shooting percentage, the Bearcats are shooting over 50%, and they are leading in the rebounding 13 to 11. Here's the big thing. They had 14 assists compared to the Highclimbers 3. And, you know, also Chehalis was at 7 steals compared to 2 for the Highclimbers.
Yeah, turnovers. So we're just a couple of minutes away from the start of the third quarter. 38-15 is our halftime score. We'll take a timeout and be back in the third quarter. That's coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks.
Well, the Bearcats start the quarter with the ball. And here's a steal by Cordova off the pass down low, and the ball was outlet was overthrown over the head of Janelle Kreis, and Ashley Borden comes up with it. And here is Janelle Kreis wearing 45 now. She get to Borden. Over to Cordova. Sonny dribbles to the elbow, takes a 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Hoffman, handed off to Beck. Beck speeding up the court. Stops runner in the paint, however. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Bianca Simmons. She took a shot and drew the foul on the Bearcats. I don't know about you, Jerry, but there's not much foul trouble for either team at this point.
No. Yeah, we've only had 2 fouls on the Bearcats so far, and 1 foul on the Highclimbers. Yeah, not very many fouls it's called.
So here's Kreis with the ball, crossing midcourt. Swing it to Cordova. Down it goes to Hernandez, knocked out of bounds, or knocked nearly out of bounds. Saved by Klopek. Up to Beck. Back down to a wide open Cushman off the glass and in. Joy Cushman has 10 points and extends that lead 40-15. 6:50 to go, third quarter. Here's Janelle Kreis. Over to Bianca Simmons. Up top. And here is Kreis. Kreis tried to take a screen, didn't work. He'll drive in the middle, find Rosa. Rosa off the glass. Nope. Rebound. A foul on Rosa. That'll be 2 on her. First team foul on the Highclimbers in the quarter. 6:32 to go, third quarter. WFS 40, Shelton 15. Klopek will get the ball back from Hoffman. Caitlin will bring across midcourt. Back over to Hoffman, up top. Around it goes to Cushman. Joy puts it on the floor. Drives into the paint, put a pull-up jumper off the back of the iron. Rebound, Rosa had it, lost it to Buzzard. Out it goes to Hoffman, now to Beck. Beck backs out, dribbles to the side of the paint, stops it, and will get it to Buzzard. Buzzard up top to Klopek. Klopek fakes the 3, drives inside the paint, puts it off the glass. No, Janelle Kreis with the rebound. Janelle pushing the pace for the Highclimbers. Janelle out for the last half, about the last third, I should say, of the second quarter for the Highclimbers with a bloody nose. She's back in there. Here is Ashley Borden, draws the foul on Joy Cushman. I have 1 on Joy. What do you have, Joy?
That is correct.
Okay. I've lost track of things. There's been so many distractions up here for once. It'll be a high climber ball sideline inbounds right below us. Inbounds goes to Christ from Borden. Janelle over goes to Simmons. Simmons to the foul line, back out to Christ. Take a 3 way outside and hit it. That's Janelle's first 3. She has, 11 points, and it's 40-18. Here is Caitlin Klopek, top of the key. Over goes to Cushman. Joy will get it back to Klopek. Over to Hoffman. Hoffman dribbles to the foul line. Down the lane she goes, draws a foul on Rosa. And Hoffman will head to the free throw line. Hadley. I always like that name, Hadley. I have 3, and that is 3 on Rosa Leclerc Hernandez.
That is correct.
And Hadley Hoffman with her first free throw. Got it. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's the first free throw for the Bearcats.
That is the first free throw for the Bearcats.
Okay. So it's Joy, Cushman, Hoffman, who's at the line, Buzzard, Klopek, and Beck as Hoffman hits his second of 2 free throws. And here is Sunny Cordova in the front court to Janelle Christ, nearly taken away by Hoffman. One hands it back to Cordova. Cordova to the corner, and Borden. Borden drives baseline, hits the jumper. Asha with 5 points. And it's a 22-point Bearcat lead. Here is Beck, pulls up at the foul line. Short, falls off. Rebounds tap to Simmons. And here comes Janelle Christ. Behind the back dribble, trying to get by Hoffman. Underhands it to Borden. Up top to Simmons. Back to Christ, was taken away by Klopek. Klopek has a 3-on-1. She'll go to the hole herself, put it up, in, and the foul. 13 points for Caitlin Klopek. And her basket makes it to 44-20. Waiting for them to post the foul here. Bianca Simmons picked up her first personal. Second team foul. Klopek at the free throw line makes a 3-point play. Give her 14 points, and it's 45-20. 25-point lead for the Bearcats. Is Herman Hill? I'm sorry, that's Borden. Borden down it goes to Rosa, taken away by Buzzard. Up the court it goes to Cushman. Cushman pushes the pass to Klopek to the hoop up, and it dropped out. Rebound tapped into the corner. Chased down by Beck. Beck drives into the paint, loses the handle. It rolls out to Klopek. She's open for 3. She'll take it. Rim it off. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Bearcats. Jaden Smith had checked in the last dead ball. Just so you know, she's out there working with Christ, Borden, Simmons, and Rosa.
We were very impressed with Jaden
in the
JV game.
Yeah.
Her defense was just fantastic.
Here's Christ with a cross-court pass to Smith. Jaden gets it down to Rosa. Rosa took a step, finds the cutter, and that's Bianca Simmons. She stumbles and threw it in the hands of Cushman. Cushman, up it goes to Teeter. Teeter, kick it out. Klopek for 3. Boom. That's her 4th 3 in the ball game. Pushes the lead 48-20. 3:40 to go. Boy, I'm impressed with Caitlin Klopek tonight.
Yes, I am too.
Here's Janelle Christ losing the handle. Recovered by Teeter, and Jaden Smith was pushed in the back, and the whistle came really late.
Good hustle by Jaden Smith. Yes, I was very impressed with Klopek when I talked to her before the game.
So the foul will go on Joy Cushman, her second. It's the 3rd team foul on the Bearcats. Joy will sit down for Therese Cushman. I'm only assuming that is her sister. And Herman checks back in for the Highclimbers. Knocked out of bounds by Beck. Beck is all over the court as well. 17 points for Klopek. 7 for Beck. Inbounds goes to Hernandez. Now goes to Christ, backing down at the foul line into the paint. Up fakes once, takes a step, puts it up and in. Janelle Christ with 13 points, and it's 48-22. 3:14 to go here, 3rd quarter. Here is Dylan Beck backing out, setting the offense. Swing it over to Teeter. Teeter back to Beck. Laser pass is deflected and taken away by the Highclimbers. Rosa with the steal. And Sonny with the recovery. Here's Janelle Christ. Jump pass over to Herman. Herman takes a three. In and out. Rebound. Janelle Christ back up. Missed the shot. Got it again. Up fakes again. Missed it. Rosa with the rebound and the putback. Give Rosa 4 points. And it's 48-24. Approaching 3:35 or 2:35 to go here, third quarter. Here's that's Gaskill back in the ball game. Around the horn it goes to Klopek in the corner. Back to Gaskill on the baseline, opposite side. Out it goes to Beck. Beck drives baseline, jumps in the paint. Out it goes. Klopek fakes the three, has a lane to the bucket, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Janelle Christ. She'll track it down under the bucket. One hands it up to Sonny Cordova. Sonny stops, launches it down to Borden. Borden up fakes once, goes to the hoop, puts it up, missed it. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It stays with the Highclimbers. .208 to go here, third quarter, 48-24. I'm sorry, Jerry, what was the largest lead of the Bearcats? Did you mark that down?
I did, and it is 24 points.
Okay. Inbounds goes to Christ. Can't get to it and stepped out of bounds. And another turnover on the Highclimbers. 2:05 to go, third quarter. WF West 48, Shelton 24. Here's Dylan Beck with the ball. Top of the key, over to Gaskill. Klopek three in the corner, rimmed off, rebound Beck. Get it down to Cushman, reverse layup, falls out. Rosa had it, tapped it into the hands of Janelle Christ. Janelle up the far sidelines with a mission, I think. Janelle had 28 points against Centroia. Here's a high post feed to Christ. Christ up fakes, draws a couple of people, drives side of the paint, try to get it over to Rosa. Bounces into the hands of Borden. She gets a runner on the baseline, and that's 7 points for Ashley Borden. 48-26, 1:15 to go, third quarter. WF West with the lead in the ball. This is Teeter. Teeter drives side of the paint, out to Klopek. Cross court it goes. And Gaskill with a three. No, rebound Rosa for the Highclimbers. Here's Janelle Christ, one hands it to Herman. To Cordova, way outside. Throws it to Rosa at the foul line, taken away by Klopek. Nope, this is Beck, sorry. Beck goes to the hoop with a little scoop shot, up and in. Beck with 9 points. Herman will get it in to Janelle Christ, to Borden in backcourt. Ashley had it off her foot, and here's Gaskill with a left-handed layup. Mallory with 4 points, and it's 52-26. Inbounds knocked out of bounds by Teeter. Saves with the Highclimbers. Here comes Ashley Herman Hildo and Addie Huth for the Highclimbers. Rosa will sit down, and Borden will sit down. So it's Herman Hildo, Christ, Guth, and Cordova on the court for Shelton. 26 seconds. Here is Herman with the ball over to Herman Hildo. Ashley will get it down to Guth. Guth, foul but no whistle. Rebound goes to Cushman and tied up. Nope, they're going to call a foul on the Highclimbers. I think it's going to go on Janelle Christ. Nope, it went on Addie Guth. Her first. 14 foul on the Highclimbers. 16.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 52-26 is their score. WF West with the lead and the ball. Gaskill over to Cushman. That was Joy. Back to Teeter. Into the near corner now, Cushman. Joy will take a three. Rims off. Rebound goes to Christ with the second to go at half court. She'll baseball pass it up the court, and it's into the quarter. WF West 52. Shelton 26. Head to the fourth. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. WF West 52, Shelton 26. Bearcats will have the ball coming into the fourth quarter. Go ahead, Jerry, quickly.
Well, 26 points now, biggest lead for WF West. The Bearcats have only had 9 turnovers.
It'll be actually a Highclimber ball coming to start the quarter. It's pointed wrong on the scoreboard. Here is a cross-court pass and then mishandled. Here's Gaskill speeding to the hoops. Drag her foot, knocked out of bounds by Janelle Price.
Boy, I tell you, I give Janelle credit. I mean, she is just playing her heart out there, like all the girls are. She's having a good game for her. I mean, but unfortunate.
Inbounds nearly taken away. Hoffman gets the ball back, kick it out to Cushman. Joy Cushman back to Hoffman. Up top it goes to McManus, near corner Gaskill. And here's McManus over to Hoffman. Hoffman to the foul line, back to McManus, over to Joy Cushman for 3. That's off, rebound goes to Janelle Price. One hands it with a double bounce pass to Herman Hildo. And here's Janelle Price with the ball beyond the 3-point arc. Out it goes to Herman. Herman to Guth. Guth one dribble. Extra pass down low out of the hands of Rosa, and another turnover on the Highclimbers. 7:12 to go here in the ball game. 52-26. Here's Gaskill in the front court for WF West. Over to McManus. Up top goes to Gaskill. Back to McManus. McManus drives to the foul line elbow. Out to McManus. Hoffman and now Cushman. Back to Gaskill. Back to Hoffman. 14 on the shot clock. Over to McManus. Going to drive to the foul line. One hands it over to Hoffman. Long 2 on the way. It's off. Rebound Guth. And it off to Janelle Price, and here come the Highclimbers. 6:40 to go in the ball game. Ashley Herman Hilda with it. Over to Herman. Down to Rosa. Rosa's going to drive on Bain. Up top it goes to Herman Hildo. Back to Herman. Kelsey back to Herman Hildo. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Rosa going to work down low. Steps by, double team, kick it out to the corner. And a 3 that's knocked out of bounds by Gaskill. Blocked out of bounds, I should say. It'll be Highclimber ball baseline inbounds. 4 on the shot clock. Left of the backboard, and Herman will trigger the play. Looking through the corner, it goes to Janelle Price. She'll take a jumper that hits the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Cushman. Joy with it. Get it to Gaskill. Gaskill up to Hoffman. Hoffman beyond the 3-point arc. Now to Gaskill. One dribble. Over goes to McManus in the far corner. Now to Hoffman. Swing it over near side. Cushman. Joy drives and leaves it there for Gaskill to Hoffman. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Joy Cushman. Cushman drives the foul line into the paint with a step. Puts it up and in. Joy Cushman with 12 points. Here's Janelle Price. And a steal by Hoffman. Hoffman to the hoop, and she's going to be fouled by Janelle Price.
And that's her first personal foul on Janelle.
That's surprising. Hoffman to the free throw line, where she's 2 for 2. Make it 3 for 3. Which is 3 points, by the way. Second free throw goes in.
And the Bearcats are 5 for 5 from the foul line.
Makes it 56-26. And here is Ashley Herman Hildo in backcourt. Over goes to Janelle Price. Try to get it down to Guth off her foot out. It goes to Herman, back to Guth. Guth tried to get a pass across the paint. It's taken away by Gaskill with a nice behind-the-back dribble, but she just stepped on that inline. And a full timeout called. 5:16 to go in the ball game. 56-26 is our score. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
And we're back here in the mini dome, 56-26. Go ahead, Jerry.
The Highclimbers have one timeout left.
Okay. Took a bunch there in the first half just to keep
they
everybody.
3, I think. Yeah.
Keep everybody in line. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. 5:16 to go in the ball game. Inbounds goes to Herman from Borden, and around the horn it goes, and nearly taken away by McManus. Now here's Borden with the ball. Down it goes to Guth. Turnaround jumper for Guth off. Rosa can't handle the rebound. Peck comes up with it, picks it away. Here she comes. Tried to get it up the court to Cushman out of bounds. It's a rare turnover on the Bearcats, isn't it, Jerry?
Yeah, that's the 11th turnover.
Wow.
That's not very many, really.
Not really. 5 minutes to go in the ball game now. Still a 30-point lead for WF West. Here is Herman Hildo. And a feed to Guth, who's kicked around and rolls out of bounds. Another turnover on the Highclimbers. Here comes Caitlin Klopek back in the ball game, and Joy Cushman will sit down for WF West. In control here. And the win in the, if it goes as it continues here with 4:44. Here's Beck. Little shuffle pass to McManus. Out it goes to Bain, who's in the ball game. She takes a three, just short. Beck with a rebound, lost it, and there's going to be a foul on Rosa. That'll be 4 on Rosa.
That is correct.
It'll be baseline inbounds for WF West. Here comes Janelle Kreis, who had a short rest, and Sunny Cordova, Guth, and Herman will sit down. So it's Rosa, Herman Hildo, Janelle Kreis, Sunny Cordova, and Ashley Borden. Inbounds from the baseline for the Bearcats goes to McManus. Sorry, it's Gaskill, excuse me. Out it, back into the corner. All day for Klopek, missed the three. Rebound goes to Kreis. Kreis center of the court to Rosa. Rosa down to Sunny on the baseline. She'll take a jumper. Short rebound goes to Bain. Maddie Bain has some trouble with it under the basket, tied up. Actually going to be timeout by WF West. So 30 will keep it right here.
Well, I want to say one thing about the Shelton girls. They are not giving up. They are hustling out there, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, tonight's game is a small sample of what school levies help support. Keep paying it forward by voting for kids. Vote yes on February 10th. So activities like this can continue, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools. And we don't just mean athletics. There's band, there's the video club, there's
clubs, lots of clubs.
Yeah, lots of clubs. Yeah, lots of stuff is supported by your levy dollars.
And it keeps students interested in school.
Well, there's that too. So the Bearcats get the ball coming out of the timeout. Here is Molly Gaskill. Over to McManus, now to Beck, up top to Klopek. Back to Beck, open for three, she'll take it. She'll rim it off, rebound goes to Rosa, but actually off her hands to Kreis, up to Herman Hildo. Ashley spins around. I think she got away with a double dribble there, but that's okay. Here is a feed to the high post, into the corner. Borden for three, nope. Herman Hilda with the putback, nope. Janelle Kreis with the rebound, goes to the bucket, lays it up and in. Chanel's first points of the fourth. Makes it 56-28. Here's Klopek. I got this right. This is 15 points for Janelle. And here is Klopek. Bain now with it. Back to McManus. Lob it in to Klopek. Out it goes to Gaskill. And here's McBain for three. No. Rebound goes to Herman Hildo. Here's Cordova getting the ball back. She'll take a three from the elbow. Missed that one. Rice with the rebound, put back, no. Rebound taken away by Bain, and she just took steps, but then they draws a foul. She took like 3 steps there, Jerry.
Yeah.
Wow. They draw the foul on the Highclimbers. That's 3 on Shelton in the quarter. And that'll go on Janelle Kreis. That's her second. So Bain will sit down. And who checked in? It's going to be Dries Cushman in the ballgame for WF West. 2:50 to go in the game. Here's a quick pass and a jumper by Dries Cushman. Missed it. Rebound goes to Rosa, to Herman Hildo. And Ashley will bring in the ball up the court. Gets it to the other Ashley. Here's Borden. Borden top of the key. High post feed to Kreis. Kreis turns. Going to back down the defender. Kick it to Cordova for 3. In and out. Rebound, Cushman. Dries comes up with it. Here is Beck. Bothered by a couple of Highclimbers. She'll dribble out of that. And she'll lose the handle. You give Herman Hilda the steal on that one. Here comes Janelle Kreis to the three-point arc. Hesitates, drives baseline. Spins in, leaves it there for Borden. Borden missed his shot because it's partially blocked by Cushman. And things are getting a little out of hand here down low as Borden hit the deck hard. 2:06 to go in the ball game.
Just another great example of Janelle Kreis and her ability to give the ball to other players.
They're going to call a foul on Janelle Kreis. It'll be her third. And Jaden Smith will check in for Ashley Borden, who, hate to say it, but she pretty much face-planted it there on that rebound attempt. Here's Gaskill with the ball for WF West. Approaching 2 minutes. Over it goes to Klopek. Up top to Gaskill. Over it goes to Teeter back in the ball game. And a steal by the Highclimbers. Here's Herman Hildo in backcourt. And nope, she's going to keep it. They're just going to hand it off to Janelle Kreis. Down to the baseline it goes to Cordova. Cordova steps back behind the three-point arc, finds side of the paint feed to Janelle Kreis. She's going to split a double team, draw a foul. So Janelle Kreis to the free throw line. Well, let's see here. I have 15 points for her, and she has been to the free throw line 1 time.
Yep.
And missed it. She'll get 2 this time. 56-28 is our current score. 1:39 to go in the ball game. WF West on top. Here's the first free throw by Janelle Kreis. It's a little off to the right.
Yeah.
She'll get
Normally, she's a very good foul shooter.
True. True statement, Jerry. Everything Jerry says is true. Second free throw is off. Rebound goes to Cushman. She'll get it to Klopek. Klopek lets the pack go by and stops at the top. Swing it over here to Teeter. Teeter back to Klopek. Over to Gaskill. Into the corner now, and that's Beck. Ball poked in the air, and
good hustle by Jaden Smith.
Comes up with that ball. Here's a 3 by Kreis. Missed it. Beck with a rebound. 1:10 to go now. 56-28. That's still our score. Beck will back out and reset for the Bearcats. Here's a 3 way outside by Klopek. Saved in bounds by, attempted Sonny Cordova. Out of bounds it goes. Here comes some new faces for both teams. As Owens steps in, she's number 4. And Malaya Sandoval will step on. Those are the Highclimber substitutions. Inbounds goes to Linwood. So she draws a foul off the baseline. That'll be 5 team fouls on the Highclimbers. And that'll send Amanda Linwood to the free throw line. 57 seconds remain in the ball game. She got the first one. Also checking in was Allie Ragsdale. She's number 20. Here comes Amanda Linwood again with a second free throw. Got them both. Give her 2 points, and it's 58-28. Janelle Kreis with the ball for the Highclimbers. Over to Owens. Now to Cordova, back to Kreis. To Smith. And here is Sandoval. Tried to get it down to Kreis. It's deflected and taken away. Cushman came up with it and handed it off to Klopek. Klopek can bring the ball up slowly with 35 seconds. Over it goes. Far side, and here goes Linwood with a bucket. Boy, 4 points for Amanda. It's 60-28. Here's Janelle Kreis with the ball. Trying to go do it all herself off the dribble. She'll split the double team, stop in the paint, put it off the glass and in. Janelle makes it 60-30, and we're getting to 10 seconds, and I think Klopek can just run this out without even going all the way up court. She'll stand there in her back court. And that'll be that. Final score, WF West 60, Shelton 30. We'll take a timeout. Be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
I'm Rich Squire. I coach Shelton High School Fast Pitch here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. When you see that pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our school, supporting our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now that they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit, when it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
Share HCC love and save. For a limited time, when you refer a friend to Hood Canal Communications, you both get a $50 account credit, and your friend gets free installation. That's right, $50 for you, $50 for them, plus waived install fees. New customer activation required, and some restrictions may apply. Share the love, share the savings, share HCC. Don't wait. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481 today.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. The WF West Lady Bearcats take care of business and knock off the Shelton Highclimbers 60-30. Caitlin Klopek led the way with 17 points. Joy Cushman finished with 13. Let's see here, 7 for Dylan Beck, 6 for Maddie McManus, 4 for Mallory Gaskill, and 4 for Amanda Linwood. 4 for Hadley Hoffman as well, all from the free throw line. She was 4 for 4. Dylan Beck had 7, did I mention that? And Izzy Teeter with a basket, Dries Cushman with a basket. That's the scoring for WF West. For the Highclimbers, they were led by Janelle Kreis at 17 points. 7 from Ashley Borden, 4 from Rosa Leclerc Hernandez, and a basket for Sunny Cordova. We will take another timeout. Be back. Jerry has some more some more statistics from this ball game. Final score again: WF West 60, Shelton 30. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Always helps to hit the right button. Jerry is the final here in the Mini Dome. 60-30 is our final score. WF West takes care of business. Go ahead, Jerry.
All right, thank you. Good job tonight, play-by-play, Diedrich, as always. Let's start with the WF West Bearcats. And WF West had only 14 turnovers, which is pretty darn good. They shot 47% from the field, 28 for 59. Good shooting percentage. As far as rebounds, Chehalis had 23 rebounds. They had 18 assists and 18 steals. Okay. The leading rebounder for the Bearcats was Beck with 6 assists. Beck had 5, Gaskell had 5, and steals was Klopek had 6. So now let's go to the Highclimbers, and the Highclimbers unfortunately had 32 turnovers. You know, that's compared to 14 for the Bearcats. The shooting percentage wasn't that bad. They were 14 for 31 from the field for 45%. I want to go back to say something I think is really interesting. WF West was 7 for 7 from the foul line for 100%. Now going back to Shelton, like I said, they were shot 45%. They had 30 rebounds compared to 23 for Chehalis or WF West. They had only 5 assists compared to 18 for WF West. Steals, this was the big one. This is going back to all the turnovers for Chehalis, or for Shelton. 18-7. WF West had 18 steals. Now
18 steals.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now Christ, I don't know if I said this, but she had 13 rebounds. She had quite a ball game. I was very impressed with her ability, her assist level tonight. And steals, Cordova and Smith both had 2 each as far as the steals are concerned. The Highclimbers were 0 for 5 from the foul line. So it wasn't the shooting, it was basically just handling the ball the steals that WF West picked up. And interesting statistic again, Shelton out-rebounded WF West. And Christ had quite a ball game.
She did, even though she missed a big chunk there in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so next up for the Highclimbers, they head to Tumwater on Tuesday. The Bearcats host Centralia also on Tuesday. Our next broadcast is Tuesday when the Shelton boys host Tumwater. Tip-off here on Terry Gregg Court is 7 o'clock. And that will do it for us here in the Mini Dome. My thanks, as always, to Jerry Apple for his help with tonight's broadcast. Darrell White in the building. I appreciate his help as well. Final score again, WF West 60, Shelton 30. We'll talk to you Tuesday. You have been watching High School Sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The preceding presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal and Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.